All right, July 11th, my birthday, is officially National Polyphenol Day. Now, if you've watched me enough, you know what a polyphenol is, but a lot of people still don't quite get what a polyphenol is. First of all, the way to remember polyphenol that I teach my patients is poly want a phenol, like Polly want a cracker. That way you'll remember it. So polyphenols are these amazing plant compounds that we've known about for more than 20 years, and we once thought they were primarily antioxidants. But in fact, it turns out that they are some of your gut buddies' favorite prebiotic foods. And your gut buddies eat polyphenols, and they turn them into really cool compounds. The more polyphenols you get in your diet, you're healthier in every way. A better gut microbiome, a better brain. I talk about that in the brand new book, The Gut-Brain Paradox. More diverse microbiome. And if you haven't figured it out by now, the more diverse your microbiome, the more species in this tropical rainforest that lives in our gut, the healthier you are, and more importantly, the longer you live well. And that's obviously the name of the game. Okay, so let's talk about where do you find these polyphenols in high concentrations. Now, you can find them in fruit. And you're going, but wait a minute, Dr. Gundry, you tell us that fruit is really bad for you. No, I have nothing against fruit. Fruit can be a great friend. But I have a problem with the modern fruit industry. It doesn't take a lot of insight when you go to the grocery store to realize that even organic blueberries are the size of grapes. Apples have been bred to be the size of grapefruit. And they've all been bred for sugar content. And sugar is the last thing you want. The polyphenols in berries, particularly, in general, are in the skin and the seeds. And so what you don't want is a lot of sugar. And unfortunately, that's what they've been bred for. The other thing that's very important to remember, and I can't stop emphasizing this, you and I carry a mutation that we inherited from great apes that allowed great apes to take the sugar in fruit, fructose, and convert it easily into fat in the form of triglycerides and into a compound called uric acid, which is notorious for causing kidney stones, gout, and high blood pressure. It allowed great apes, unlike any other monkey, to store fat during fruit season. And as climate change happened and forests receded, great apes were able to outcompete other monkeys for storing fat from fruit. And they could make it through the hard times. It turns out we inherited that mutation, which means fruit and fructose enables us to store fat much more easily. Now, for years, we thought this was the thrifty gene, and that allowed humans to make it through hard times. We now know that that thrifty gene is this genetic mutation. Why is that important? I got news for you. Even in the jungle, fruit only ripens once a year. That is true even now. But you go, but wait a minute, I see fruit in the grocery store all year round. That's a modern new invention. There were no 747s bringing blueberries to Costco in March from Chile 50 years ago. It did not exist. Apples can be stored a year, and that's not possible long ago either. So we now have 365 days of endless summer. And you're not supposed to be in endless summer because that mutation, which was very beneficial long ago, now works against you. So please, fruit, particularly dark berries, are great for you in season, but they're not great for you out of season. Okay, so where are the three top ones? Well, number one, I'm a huge fan of blackberries. It's one of the smartest fruit choices that you can make, especially when they're in season. Now, there's just 7 grams of sugar per cup. Just to give you a quickie, there are 4 grams of sugar in a teaspoon of table sugar. So that's about 2 teaspoons of sugar in a cup of blackberries. Now, they're loaded with a type of polyphenol that are called anthocyanins. Those are those dark purple polyphenols that have been shown to support heart health, gut health, even blood sugar regulation, and, if you've read The Energy Paradox, mitochondrial uncoupling, which is one of the best things you can do for your health and your mitochondrial health. Plus, they're quite high in fiber, and fiber also is another prebiotic for your good gut buddies. So it's a win-win for the bugs, a win-win for you. But be careful. A lot of these in the winter are coming from Chile and Argentina, so they're truly not in season. And I have blackberries in my garden, and I can assure you that I get, a couple months of blackberries, and that's it. So just buyer beware whenever you see these compounds. Number 2, and probably tied maybe ahead of blackberries or raspberries. They're tied with blackberries in terms of gut-brain benefits, but they're even lower in sugar. They only have 5 grams per cup. So that's about a teaspoon of sugar in a whole cup of raspberries. Now, they're packed with fiber and polyphenols. There's a really cool polyphenol called elagitanin. Now, elagitanins help your gut bacteria produce a compound that I've written about. We've seen it here on the podcast called urolithin A, which is a really fascinating postbiotic that's been shown to support mitochondrial uncoupling, mitophagy, which is the recycling of mitochondria that have been damaged, and mitogenesis, the building of new mitochondria. And believe it or not, the more you build, the happier they are, the more energy you have, and the more muscle mass you have in human studies. And they also fight aging, so why not? Not bad for a little berry. Now, pomegranates also are loaded with this same polyphenol, but they're technically not a berry, so they're still a fruit winner. Number 3, when I'm in Europe, I frequently am served black and red currants. And currants are one of the incredible powerhouses of polyphenols, and they're a berry. You have to hunt for them in the United States. Luckily, we're getting more and more of them, but they're incredibly common to be served for breakfast, for a dessert with cheese. And if you see them, try them. Black currants can positively change the gut microbiome, making it much more diverse. One of our favorite sayings is, you are only as young as your blood vessels are flexible. And so black currant extract made human beings' blood vessels more flexible. Obviously a good thing. Skin health. In a study of 50 women ages 40 to 65 with wrinkles and dry skin, red and black currant extract led to significant improvements in wrinkle reduction and moisture after 12 weeks. That's 3 months. And remember, your gut and your skin are intimately connected. Your lining of your gut is basically your skin turned inside out. So what happens on the inside of your gut directly affects what happens on your skin. And that's why I included red and black currant extract in my BioSkin Youth Complex, for that very reason. All right, here's bonus berry number 4. Aronia berries, aka chokeberries. Now, these are antioxidant polyphenol powerhouses and worth seeking out. A type of chokeberry is one of the richest sources of polyphenols, Aronia melanocarpa. That actually means dark body. They contain 4 times more anthocyanins than blueberries. They're excellent for cardiovascular health. They may help support digestion, improve heart and blood vessel function, and they do maintain healthy cholesterol levels within the normal range. One study even showed that Aronia berries can support brain function thanks to their incredibly high anthocyanin content. That's why they made it into my Vital Reds formula, which, by the way, you probably see me sipping every time. Oh, I just had a shot of Aronia berries. Yummy. Now, luckily, you've probably never seen them in a grocery store, but they are becoming more widely available. You can usually find them frozen, which is the easiest option, and we're starting to see them fresh in some well-stocked stores. So if you see them, it's worth looking for them and trying them out. That's my bonus berry polyphenol for the day. Now, final thoughts. If you want to supercharge your gut, your mitochondria, your skin, and your brain, polyphenols are the key. And these 4 berries are some of the best ways to get them. Just remember, please, 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 buy in season. And local is best. Go to your farmer's market. Find out where they got them, if they're growing them. The other thing is, consume them in moderation. A lot of people hear, oh, Dr. Gundry loves all these things. I'm going to go to a big box store and I'm going to buy 2 pounds of them and I'm going to eat them in a single sitting. That's not what I'm telling you to do. And unfortunately, I get to see it in my patients' blood work when things change for the worse in terms of their cholesterol and triglycerides. And it turns out they literally thought they should be eating boxes of blackberries and raspberries every day. And that's exactly what you don't want to do. Moderation is the key. More amazing episodes just like this one. Watch now. A powerful compound naturally occurring in certain foods that help you thrive. Here are my top 3 reasons why you need to get more polyphenols in your life.